From the nation's capital, Eye on Washington with Marilee Joyce. A weekly discussion about the federal issues most important to Nevada. And now, from Washington, D.C., here's Marilee Joyce.
And good day to you. I'm Marilee Joyce, and this is Eye on Washington, the only statewide Nevada news program produced in Washington, D.C. Every week, Eye on Washington takes you straight to Capitol Hill for a discussion with Nevada's delegation and other leaders about the federal matters that matter to you. Today's topic, an international welcome sign. It is our one-on-one with a top tourism official on her organization's international travel focus and her thoughts on what needs to happen on the Hill to strengthen the tourism industry. That leader is my guest today, Miss Devin Lewis. She is the director of the Washington, D.C. office of the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. Thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, according to data released over the summer by the National Travel and Tourism Office, 2017 is showing the highest foreign tourism spending on record. And today on Eye on Washington, we're going to learn why my guest's organization works so hard to bring those international travelers to Nevada. We're going to tell you why they are such fans of the wide open skies. We're going to find out how they try to enter the mind of the international traveler and use what they learn in marketing and planning, and we're going to learn how they work with the delegation to help keep the travel and tourism industry going strong. It's no secret that the Nevada economy is dependent on travel and tourism. What's not so well known is the laser focus that tourism leaders like my guest, Ms. Lewis, place on pushing legislation and federal programs that lead to a healthy tourism industry and to doing anything she can to help make it easier for travelers to get to Las Vegas and the state. One federal program that she supports and wants to see expanded is the Open Skies Agreement. Open Skies Agreements are bilateral air service agreements that the U.S. government negotiates with other countries to provide rights for airlines to offer international passenger and cargo services. Since 1993, the U.S. has established Open Skies relationships with more than 120 foreign partners, and they've been great for the Silver State, according to the U.S. State Department. Las Vegas is among the top 9 cities that have seen dramatic expansion of direct international connections. That's good news to my guest's organization, as more inbound flights equal a stronger local economy. First of all, Ms. Lewis, welcome to Eye on Washington. We have a lot to talk about today, but I thought we'd talk about the international friendly skies and what your current focus and the LVCVA's current focus is on further expansion of the Open Skies Agreement.
So first and foremost, it is really important that we make it convenient and easy for all of our travelers, especially our international travelers, to be able to get to the United States. The focus now is basically just ensuring that all of our carriers are able to negotiate with the destinations and there not be any issues.
While Las Vegas does have one of the nation's busiest airports, it's not what's called a hub city. It's not the hometown, say, for any airline. So how does Open Skies help you more easily target international carriers and hopefully get some more direct flights to Las Vegas, to Nevada airports?
So Open Skies would allow Las Vegas to be able to have dealings with the carriers that are not a hub city. Again, as you said, Las Vegas is not a hub city, and we want to be able to deal openly with all the carriers internationally.
And Open Skies has helped a lot, correct, since it was signed in 2007. What has it meant to the LVCVA?
Yes, it has.
Since then?
Our international growth has been 52%, which is tremendous for our destination.
Just thanks to Open Skies?
Just to Open Skies,
That's
yes.
amazing. You know, while I was prepping for this show, your spokesman, the wonderful, I should give a plug to Jeremy Handel, who could not have been more helpful in this program. You know, he emphasized that your top priorities regarding Open Skies are to maintain agreements to further competition and allow for more inbound flights. What are you here pushing for right now? What are you guys pushing for right now concerning the agreement?
We, again, just want to make sure that we are able to, that there is open competition and that we are able to deal competitively with all of the carriers.
A lot of news recently about efforts to block certain United Arab Emirates carriers. How has that news impacted you and the importance you place on open skies agreements?
It's a little frustrating in that, again, we want to make sure that everyone feels that it's okay to have the one-on-one interaction and not focus on it being a hub city, but know that the end result is that we want to bring as many international visitors.
You know, considering that travel and tourism means $2.3 trillion with a T, trillion dollars and 109 million jobs worldwide, and that's from a 2016 report. You need those open skies to get a healthy share of that, both the revenue and the jobs from that, don't you?
That is correct, yes.
Okay, and when we return, the LVCVA's global focus, bringing international travelers to a casino or convention near you. We're going to have details on that just ahead.
You're watching Eye on Washington with Marilee Joyce, brought to you by Caesars Entertainment, the Regional Transportation Commission of Washoe County, the Las Vegas Sands Corporation, the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority, NV Energy, Jim Marsh Automotive, the Rogich Communications Group, and Renown Health.
I have 3 tests next week. I'm going to be studying all weekend. Ugh. Are you studying tonight? We can meet up and study together. Oh, yeah, that sounds good. What time? I work until 6. Okay, sounds good. Just text me after. Okay. No!
There is no text, tweet, or call that's worth a life.
One pedestrian death is one too many.
Look up.
And look out for each other.
Want more federal news that affects Nevada, its businesses, and its residents? Then you need to subscribe to Nevada's Washington Watch newsletter, your sole source of online news direct from Washington, D.C. Visit joycecommunications.com and subscribe today.
Planet Hollywood, Paris, Harrah's, Caesar's Palace. It's one of the most exciting skylines in the world, Las Vegas. Caesars Entertainment has nearly 50 casinos worldwide, including these. But no matter which casino you visit, we want you to play responsibly. And if you need help setting or keeping a limit, we hope you'll call this number. You see, we know you're coming to our casinos to have a good time, and we always want you to leave feeling like you did.
Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy. What do you call a pig that knows karate? Pork chop. So how does a tissue dance? Put a little boogie on it.
A family's presence in the hospital helps children heal faster and cope better. But children who need specialized medical care are often sent out of the Reno area for treatment. Costs can get unmanageable, and it can be difficult for families to accompany their sick child. The Travel for Treatment program, presented by Ronald McDonald House Charities Northern Nevada, gives parents travel assistance when a child's medical treatment is not available at a local hospital. Please contact us today for more information and to see how you can help. Donate online at rmhc-reno.org.
And welcome back to Eye on Washington, our discussion of top tourism issues impacting Nevada and its economy. My special guest today is Miss Devin Lewis. She is the director of the Washington, D.C. office of the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. This is the 7th year of something my guest, Ms. Lewis, is a huge fan of. It's called Brand USA. It's the nation's first public-private partnership to spearhead a globally coordinated marketing effort to promote the United States as a premier travel destination. It was created in 2009 by federal legislation called the Travel Promotion Act. The sole focus of Brand USA is increasing international visitation to this country in an effort to fuel the U.S. economy. Its long-term goal is to cause the U.S. to gain the largest share of the global travel market and significantly contribute to job creation, the GDP, export growth, and tax revenues. International inbound travel is a major driver of the nation's economic engine. In fact, it ranks ahead of both agricultural goods and motor vehicles as the single largest services export. And in fact, Ms. Lewis, the Department of Commerce reports that 75 million international visitors came to the U.S. in 2014. It accounted for 31% of all services exports. And spending by international travelers while in the U.S. supports 1.8 million American jobs. So what has Brand USA meant to Nevada since its creation 8 years ago?
Well, Brand USA is the international version of what the LVCVA is to Southern Nevada. They are out promoting this incredible marketing campaign that since 2010 did not exist. And we're just out, we're trying to let people know that not only is the United States a wonderful place to visit, but Southern Nevada, Las Vegas is the place to be.
You know, one mission of Brand USA is to enhance the image of the United States in the eyes of residents of the countries worldwide. How does it do that? And what does the LVCVA do to enhance Las Vegas's and the state's image to other countries?
What Las Vegas tries to do is to show the multiple sides of the destination. We show the business side. We show the fun side. We show the family side. We show that the destination is a place that's welcoming and ready for anyone.
According to a study I have here by Oxford Economics, Brand USA just in the past 3 years has spurred 3 million international visits to the U.S. and $9.5 billion in incremental spending, $21 billion in overall economic impact. Okay, assuming that's true, what have you seen as possible results of this campaign in Las Vegas? Also, do you have an opinion on how it's translated to badly needed Nevada jobs?
Well, we see, pardon me, we see the increase in the international visitor. We see the conventioneer. More people internationally are coming to Nevada, to the U.S., to Las Vegas to attend conventions. Once they have that exposure, they want to come back. They come back on a personal level. They bring their families. They bring their friends. They really immerse themselves in the environment.
You know, I remember back in golly, I want to say 8 or 9 years ago when Rossi Rallencotter, the head of the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority, was here in Washington, D.C., and he came on this very program pushing Congress and pushing the Nevada delegation hard to pass the Travel Act.
Yes.
Which led to this. You know, and that bill was very important to Nevada, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yes, it was indeed.
And do you believe that Brand USA and its positive message really has a direct impact on Nevada? You've seen it yourself.
I absolutely believe it, and I have seen it. Without the assistance, without the existence of Brand USA, it would make my job even harder.
Okay.
So we're thankful that they're here.
Thank you. And when we return, we're going to talk about how the LVCVA works to enter the mind of the travelers that they seek. We're going to have details on that right after this.
Nevada's direct link to Capitol Hill. Eye on Washington with Marilee Joyce. the only statewide Nevada news show based in Washington, D.C. All the top federal matters that matter most to Nevadans. Merrily talks with our congressional delegation and other leaders about the federal news you need to know. Eye on Washington with Merrily Joyce, Nevada's Eye on Capitol Hill.
When you think RTC, what comes to mind? How about jobs? RTC road projects bring thousands of jobs to Washoe County, expanding and connecting northern Nevada, growing our local economy, providing a more secure future for our residents and their families. So when you think jobs, think RTC, your RTC, the RTC of Washoe County.
We're not a miracle drug. We're not a technology. We're not doctors. Just the hope, which can often be the best cure of all. The Ronald McDonald House, a home away from home for seriously ill children and their families.
Planet Hollywood, Paris, Harrah's, Caesar's Palace. It's one of the most exciting skylines in the world, Las Vegas. Caesars Entertainment has nearly 50 casinos worldwide, including these. But no matter which casino you visit, we want you to play responsibly. And if you need help setting or keeping a limit, we hope you'll call this number. You see, we know you're coming to our casinos to have a good time, and we always want you to leave feeling like you did.
Safety. We all think about it. You think about it when he buckles in, when you check your mirrors and put away your phone. RTC thinks about safety too. In fact, we create it. Center turn lanes mean fewer blind spots. Bike lanes keep cyclists and you safe. Roundabouts reduce injury collisions, and all these crosswalks are designed to keep families like yours safe. Safety is your priority, and it's ours too. Every day, in everything we do.
And we are back with Eye on Washington, our discussion of tourism. My guest today is Ms. Devin Lewis, the director of the Washington, D.C. office of the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. Well, since 1983, tourism leaders have been able to gather statistical data about air passenger travelers that's vital to their marketing efforts. That is thanks to a monthly gem called the Survey of International Air Travelers. This ongoing primary research program gathers information about those traveling to the U.S. from overseas and from Mexico. Survey data reveals passenger trip planning, travel patterns, demographics, and spending for two separate populations: non-U.S. residents traveling to this country and U.S. residents traveling to other places. The benefit to people like Ms. Lewis and the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority is that the survey gives them a monthly look at visitor segments, and that can aid in planning and marketing, as well as help when they consider what new federal and state policies might be needed to boost Las Vegas and the state. And Ms. Lewis, how important would you say the Survey of International Travelers is for the planning and marketing work of the LVCVA?
It's extremely important for us. It allows us to be able to analyze the data and really determine the best method of marketing, to whom we want to market, how we want to market.
Kind of lets you get into the mind of those travelers, doesn't it? You know, you can look at their trip planning, their travel pattern, how much where they're spending what, etc.
Absolutely.
And then you can kind of both meet their needs and
exceed their needs.
Right, I was going to say, and figure out how to give them some new needs, right, to come to Las Vegas.
And we want them coming back for
visit. So what are some interesting and helpful things you learned from the survey?
The survey gives us very interesting data. It will tell us if this is a first-time traveler. Mm-hmm. It will tell us how long they are planning to be in the destination, the purpose of them being in the destination, and whether or not we have a good shot of enticing them to come back.
I guess it's important too when you said the purpose of their visit, whether they're coming for convention, for business, for leisure.
Correct.
That's really going to impact how kind of how you steer your marketing as well, doesn't it?
It does indeed. If they are here as a conventioner, if they're here for a meeting and on business, their focal point really should be on that business. If they're here for a personal sense, then the sky's the limit. There's so many options and things that they can do and see in the destination.
You know, I know the survey reveals visitor expenditure across a wide variety of categories. How do you guys use those expenditure data to help attract that spending to where you'd like it to go? Yeah, to say casinos or certain other businesses.
Depending on what the expenditure data shows, we then take that result and steer our marketing specifically. We try to really hone in on what the likes are, what is really driving the desire for that person to be in the destination.
Any key differences you find between U.S. travelers and international travelers? Anything stand out?
The international travelers will stay longer. They will spend more. And
how much longer do they stay? I guess they're traveling farther. You know, when
Correct.
you go to Europe, you don't want to go for one day.
Correct.
You know? Yeah.
Correct. So they are coming in, and it will be 1 to 3 days longer, and they will also.
And they spend more.
They spend a lot more.
Wow.
Yes.
What's a lot?
More than you and I.
Well, I don't know what that's saying more than me. Yes. But that is a big key difference, isn't it?
Wow. It is huge.
And are there certain areas of the world that you see more spending? Certain countries when they come?
Well, what we've seen is from Asia. We've seen the travelers that are coming from that area. Again, not only are they staying longer, but they are willing to spend more dollars in the destination.
And more shopping, more gambling,
shopping, more
okay.
shows, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay. And when we return, the Federal-State Tourism Partnership. How does the LVCVA work with the congressional delegation to keep tourism strong? We'll tell you after this.
Planet Hollywood, Paris, Harrah's, Caesar's Palace. It's one of the most exciting skylines in the world, Las Vegas. Caesars Entertainment has nearly 50 casinos worldwide, including these. But no matter which casino you visit, we want you to play responsibly. And if you need help setting or keeping a limit, we hope you'll call this number. You see, we know you're coming to our casinos to have a good time, and we always want you to leave feeling like you did.
Nevada's direct link to Capitol Hill. Eye on Washington with Marilee Joyce. The only statewide Nevada news show based in Washington, D.C. All the top federal matters that matter most to Nevadans. Marilee talks with our congressional delegation and other leaders about the federal news you need to know. Eye on Washington with Marilee Joyce. Nevada's Eye on Capitol Hill.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Are you studying tonight? We can meet up and study together. Just text me after. Okay. No!
There is no text, tweet, or call that's worth a life.
One pedestrian death is one too many.
Look up.
And look out for each other.
This girl is very pretty. It's inciting feelings of jealousy in me. We should pick on her.
I'm insecure about some things, so I think we should put some me stuff on here. Maybe even some lies, too.
Yeah. I just want to be accepted by you both. So I'm going to send this to my friends so they think I'm cool.
Kids bully for all kinds of reasons. None of them are good. Find ways to get involved at flipthescriptnow.org.
Want more federal news that affects Nevada, its businesses, and its residents? Then you need to subscribe to Nevada's Washington Watch newsletter, your sole source of online news direct from Washington, D.C. Visit joycecommunications.com and subscribe today.
And we are back with our closing segment of Eye on Washington, and we've had as our special guest today Miss Devin Lewis, the director of the Washington, D.C. office of the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. As we close today's show, I want to remind you of the vital importance of travel and tourism to the Nevada economy. We all know from the Great Recession that when the travel and tourism industry slumps, jobs are lost, homes are lost. A hurting industry is a hurting Nevada. And, you know, that said, Ms. Lewis, it's even more clear that your focus, the focus of the LVCVA in general, it goes beyond the mere words tourism and travel, and it moreover encompasses the human side of jobs and feeding families, doesn't it? Yes. So you need to do everything you can, don't you, to keep the tourism industry humming?
Absolutely. Tourism is the lifeblood of the Nevada industry, Southern Nevada, Las Vegas in particular. If we don't have travelers, if we don't have visitors coming to the destinations, then our hotels are not full.
And it's a domino effect.
Yes, absolutely.
When you saw during the recession, the hurting gaming industry specifically led to people losing their jobs, led to people not able to pay their mortgage, led to foreclosures.
Absolutely. I mean, as you said, it truly is a domino effect, because when we don't have the business, when we don't have the travelers to service, there's no work.
You know, and part of that fighting for a strong tourism industry means advocating for federal bills that help tourism, and this show focuses on how federal issues affect the state. You know, what are some of the things you're focused on right now, and some of the issues that you all are always meeting with our Nevada congressional members about? Is there anything in particular going on right now, or is it you're just always, you know, on top of meetings with them saying, keep up the fight for keeping tourism strong?
The LVCVA is always on top of making sure that tourism and that people know the need for tourism is on the forefront of our congressional delegates.
I want to thank you for being here today.
Thank you very
much. Really appreciate it. Hope to see you again. That does wrap up this week's Eye on Washington show. For more information on any federal issue that impacts you in Nevada, please visit our website, joycecommunications.com. Be sure to like us on Facebook. You can follow me on Twitter and catch up with any shows you may have missed on our YouTube page. Thanks so much for joining us today on Eye on Washington. I'm Marilee Joyce in Washington, D.C. Have a good day.
Thank you for watching Eye on Washington with Marilee Joyce. Eye on Washington with Marilee Joyce airs statewide in Nevada solely due to the generosity of our sponsors. If your company can support our program, please visit joycecommunications.com/sponsor to learn more about becoming a sponsor today.